Find the slope of the line perpendicular to, okay, so 3 iterations of the same calculation, just find a slope and then find the slope perpendicular to it. You can always get a slope by doing rise over run, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So for this first set of lines, we have 2 minus 1 is, I'll do the whole thing, 2 minus 1 over negative 3 minus 2, which is 1 over negative 5, or minus 1/5. That's the original slope. Now the perpendicular slope is what we call the negative reciprocal, which means you flip the fraction and you flip its sign. The original fraction was 1 over 5. The new one is 5 over 1. The original sign was negative. The new one is positive. And of course, 5 over 1, you could write that and everyone would understand it, but it's simpler to simply say the slope is 5. All right, so minus 1/5 and 5. The other way you can find the perpendicular slope is you say the product of a slope and the perpendicular slope should always be negative 1. So if you have minus 1/5, minus 1/5 times what would make negative 1? You can find that way that the slope, the perpendicular slope, is 5. Let's see what this next one has for us. y2 minus y1 is going to be 6 minus 2. And for the x's, 3 minus 1. That's 4/2. So the original slope is simply 2, or if you want to think of it as a fraction, 2 over 1. Flip the fraction, flip the sign, and you get that the perpendicular slope is negative 1/2. And last one, 3 minus 3. And for the x's, minus 3 minus minus 2. That comes out to 0 over minus 1. The original slope is 0. Huh. Okay, so the original line is flat. If you try to do the negative reciprocal of this, you get 1 over 0, which is undefined. Is that bad? It's not great that we don't have a number for the slope, but it's actually a valid result. The original line here went from negative 2, 3 to negative 3, 3. The original line was horizontal. That's why we came up with a slope of 0, so that part makes sense. And it actually turns out this makes sense also because a line perpendicular to this, a vertical line, would have an undefined slope. So we may not have any luck setting up a traditional line equation for our perpendicular line, but we can say that yes, wherever this line is, if it's perpendicular, its slope will be undefined. It will be what you get when you do negative 1 divided by 0.